Hi everyone. I just wanted to go through some of the Countdown Festival information. So for clubs that are attending and for those clubs that are hosting, it's obviously just a really one sort of all-encompassing sort of really information about our Countdown festivals this year. So obviously the playing format should be quite straightforward. It's eight-a-side pairs, 15-yard pitch, 40 balls per innings. We provided the wind balls, the pink wind balls for the clubs, and they have been distributed out or are going to be distributed out before the festivals. All bowlers will bowl 5 balls. Overarms encouraged, but underarm is allowed, but all players have to bowl. So the conditions. So each pair will face 10 deliveries. Teams will start on 0, but every wicket taker will add 5 runs to the bowler's total. The dismissed batter must not face the next ball, so they do swap ends. When we say about facing 10 balls each, we'd like to have coaches and clubs use their own sort of common sense. So if someone's faced lots of balls and then swapped ends because of a wicket or the end of the change of bowler, just try and manage that both batters in this pair face about 10 balls each. Innings should take about 16 to 20 minutes. We understand, look, there might be some coaching involved and obviously new players and getting players around in right positions and who's bowling next, etc. So as long as that's done within the 20 minutes, it should be absolutely fine. Wide to no balls. So if it's too wide to hit or, the ball is not able to be hit because it's rolled along the floor, it's bounced over head height or gone over waist height, something like that, they will be a free hit. So that's where you've got the 2 cones, which we'll show in a minute how the pitch will look, but you've got the 2 batting tees either side of the batter, and the batter can have a free hit off the cones if there is a wide or a no ball. So as we can see the pitch there, we've got a 15-yard pitch, and you can see the 2 cones, 2 batting tees either side of the batter. Now, I say batting tees or cones, you can use either. If you don't have enough batting tees as a club, feel free to use cones for the same thing. Again, we've talked about a bit of a 30-meter boundary, but in all honesty, if you can get 30 meters, fantastic. If you need to adjust it slightly because of the ground dimensions, and which we'll go on to in a bit around how many pitches you need for a festival, then we ask clubs to use their common sense and to make them as big as possible where possible if you can't meet the 30 meters or 30 yards. So eligibility, who can play in these festivals? So we are advertising these festivals as under 9s, but we totally appreciate there's lots of players at 10 and 11 in Dynamo's programs who have never experienced competitive cricket before. So what we're saying is it's under 9s for anyone. If they're your best under 9s at your club, brilliant, fine, they can all play. But if it's 10s and 11s, they must have only ever played at Dynamo's cricket or school festival cricket. So you're not looking for those 10s and 11s who have been part of your club for the last 5 years and more than capable of playing a sort of a regular pairs game. So results and scoring. So we'll go into the Countdown app in a minute, but that's what we're asking clubs to record these games on. So it's the Countdown Cricket app, which is available on iOS and Android. It's the responsibility of the host club to send us a result sheet at the end of the festival. So that should come to me, Alex Woods, and that should come no later than sort of two days after the festival. We'll upload all onto Play Cricket, so there's no problem at all for you guys there. So scoring. So teams will have an umpire or coach for each fixture. So obviously we hope that this will be done within the spirit of the game around sort of coaching players and helping players through that are quite new to the game. Again, lots of clubs might have young volunteers that help, and this might be a great way to get these volunteers. Thinking of those that do the Duke of Edinburgh Award, etc., that need to do some volunteering, and those that help with your juniors anyway. So this might be a great way of getting these young volunteers into sort of some umpiring and some scoring. So yes, the Countdown app. So Countdown app is really, really simple to use, and that's why we've sort of gone for this festival, for this format. It's a real simple thing. Just got to make sure that when you set up your games, you're choosing the dynamos and the balls set up for that. And obviously to make sure it's 8-a-side, 40 balls. Now there is an option in the app, if you've got a login for the app, you can add in a custom team, so you could put your own team name in and the opposition team in there as well. But if you don't have a login, you could only choose sort of one of the pre-selected 100 teams that are in the app as well. So the only sort of confusing bit might be is where the extras and the free hit comes in. So I just wanted to cover that. So if the ball is a wide or a no ball and the batter can't hit it, you'd press the extra button, and that brings up the free hit. So you can see on the scorecard already, it's already put 2 runs onto that ball and the free hit. So whatever you add onto the free hit, so if the batter hits a 4 or a 6 off the tee, add that in, and then it'll be so if it's a 4, it'll be then 6 runs off that first ball. And the app does that all automatically. So just remember that players can't be caught off their free hit. They can still be run out, so it's still the ball is live for a run, but they can't be caught off the free hit. So when you get to the end of your innings, it will show the total like that with the runs scored and the wickets lost. And that wickets lost gets added on to the second team. So as you can see there, you've got 76 for 6. So 30 runs are already added to the team in the second innings, meaning they only need 47. Now that will give a running total throughout the innings. So if they don't lose any wickets, that number will just keep going down. But if the team batting second do lose a wicket, the runs required will go up 5. So that's how the scoring works in the countdown games. So reporting the results. So it's really, really important for the host clubs to send us the full sort of list, but it's real simple. We just need the scores. We just need the scores of each team. So like you said, Team A got 54, Team B finished on 23. That's all we need for all of the games to be sent across to myself. So hosting. So before the festival, obviously, we'll have a full list of those clubs that are registered and signed up, and we will then communicate this to the clubs attending the festival. So we'll put together a fixture list based on the amount of pitches the host club can host. So we hope that clubs have enough ground space for 4 pitches as a minimum, but obviously some clubs are bigger, some clubs are smaller, and there might be some festivals that have got 10-12 teams, some festivals that might be smaller at sort of 4 or 5. So we'll communicate that with our host clubs prior to the festivals, and like I said, we've provided the balls for that as well. So every host club's been provided with 2 boxes of pink wind balls to hopefully cover the pitches, but obviously, like we've said, the balls on the tees. If you do need any extra, we hope that you can just use the All Stars and Dynamos balls that have come this year, or you might have previously. So, as I said, we'll provide all of the information on fixtures, and we'll send that to all the clubs. Again, we hope that 4 pitches would be enough. Like I said, if the club have got the space, 6 pitches, but it is what it is in some cases. So we've said that obviously 3 hours for a festival, and we'll hope that games take about 40-45 minutes. That gives you then a little bit of space in between each game to go, right, you're on pitch 1 or pitch 2, you can move across as time for a drinks break or something to eat, or like toilet breaks for the kids and things like that. So hopefully it's not going to be too back to back, but obviously you don't want a lot of standing around as well. So if there's any more information you need, obviously you can speak to myself, Alex Woods, or you've got James, Chloe and Stu that obviously most of you will know from a competitions and club side. So yeah, brilliant. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers.